This is a video on how to set up a private limited company, also known as registering your company, incorporating a company. Go onto the government websites www.gov.uk/limited-formation/register-your-company. I'll put that link in the comment section below, in the description below. So you scroll down, click on register now. Are you setting up a new limited company? Yes, you are. So this is, I'm assuming that this is a brand new company for you and your first company ever. Go to questions. Are you able to pay for this application using a card or PayPal? Yes, because you need to pay £12. Do you need to include 5 or more company offices? Again, I'm assuming this is a very simple setup of a company, assuming 2 directors and 2 shareholders with 50% each. So in this case, no. Will the company have ordinary shares? Yes, that's the most common way of going about things. Will a parent company? Again, I'm assuming you've got one company only, so no. Isn't new company taking over another business? Again, assuming no. Do you need to include a company shareholder? This is only, again, if a company is going to be a shareholder, not a human. So again, no. Has anyone on this application ever sent a secure register form asking Companies House to protect? The likelihood answer is going to be no. If you, again, this is assuming first company, first dealings with Companies House. So I'm selecting no. And so this tells you that you can set up a company using a full name here. So now they give you a user ID. Make sure you keep note of this user ID because this is what you're going to use to log in to the government gateway, as you can see. Continue. So you'll get an email. So you'll receive this email. You click on it. It'll automatically take you to this page. Once you're in this page, you just answer the following question. So what is your relationship to the company? You're going to be the company director if you're setting this up for yourself. In my case, ignore this stage. You'll be clicking company director, save and continue. Put in the company name. You can choose to have LTD or limited. It doesn't matter. It really does not make a difference. I prefer this because it's shorter and easier to type out. And before you, if I can just go back one step, in this area where you enter your company name, you have to make sure that there is no other company with a similar name that has your name on it. So for example, if you go to Companies House, search, Companies House. Here, make sure you type in the name of your company that you'd like and make sure there are no other similar businesses like that. Here, I can see there is one which has been dissolved. That may cause issue. It shouldn't because it's just been dissolved. And the key here is Companies House will not accept a name which is similar or the same as an existing company that does the same service or sells the same product. So for example, if you sell cheese, you can't be called Factory à la Cheese if there is already a company called Factory à la Cheese that sells cheese. So continue. What is the company's registered office address? Here, this is where you put in the details. Find address. all this information will be publicly available information, but this is the way it goes. This is something that you're going to have to live with, unfortunately, because it's the way it all works. Double check that information is correct. Save and continue. Where will the company registered? So if you're wherever you're based, here we're saying England and Wales. What is the company's principal place of activities? So, principal place of business. This address will not go on public record, as I say, so I'm just choosing the same address. This is, again, this is your company or your accountant, or if you're dealing with all the accounting stuff, then obviously your own name. Here I'm going to put one of the directors down. When will the company start trading? So this is when you start buying or selling your product services. I know that this company in particular is going to be dormant. It's only going to start trading in the future. So we're just going to say, I don't have an exact date. Here it writes that if your complete application is approved, you will get a letter explaining how to tell HMRC when it starts trading. So it's going to be classed as dormant, i.e. no business activities are being undertaken. Save and continue. Within the next 3 months, will the company make or receive any of the following: interest and directors, royalty? So make sure that none of these apply, and well, accordingly, just choose your answer here. Here I'm going to say no. So what will the company be doing? This is where you type in the principal business activity. So if I use the previous example of selling cheese, you put here, cheese. So keywords here, cheese would be cheese. Or for example, in the Start Smarters case, Start Smarters, we are a web designer and we're also an online magazine. So you can actually put two business activities, but the primary business activities should go here. So in this case, for Start Smarter, it would be website designing, or in this case, they're going to be selling children's clothes. So I'm just going to put here clothes. That's not applicable for me. I don't like that. I'll put children's clothes. Sometimes this may not be as useful as you'd hope. So let's just say retail sale of, we're trying to find children's clothes here. Retail sale of textiles in specialized stores. So this is the closest so far, but it's still not as close as I'd like it to be. So you scroll down until you actually find the one you're looking for, and if you're struggling to do so, so this is other retail sell, not in stores, because they're going to be selling online or via internet. There we go. Save and continue. And again, you can add another business activity there if you're doing more than one thing, but here I'm not. Has anyone on this application ever sent a secure register form to ask companies house protection? I'm saying no here. So where you enter the director's details. Again, all this information will be publicly available. just choosing your correspondence address. This is probably going to be the same as your home address. Again, home address. So save and continue. It's fine. Save and continue. Oh, I'm just going to go back because I want to set up a second director. Add director or secretary. A director, that's the person. Again, this is the same information that I've previously done for the previous director. Oops. Okay. And then you press save and continue here as well. So you've entered both directors' names in there, or I confirm. Click on that box to confirm the persons have agreed to become the directors. The next question says, you're about to set up the company shareholders. Tell us who the company shareholders are, tell us how many shares, the value for each share, confirm the shares for each of the shareholders. Now, here as it states, every company must have at least one shareholder, and each shareholder must have at least one share. Now, the most simple way of doing things, now you can have so many different variations, but just to keep things simple, and the most common way, if you're just setting up a kind of a vanilla and a kind of straightforward company, you issue the company 100 shares with a nominal value of £1, let's say, and that way it's just very straightforward. So if you have two people in the company, 50 shares each, nominal value of £1. And nominal value is basically how much each share is worth. So let's press save and continue and see what. So first director, is the first director a shareholder? Yes, they are. Is the next director a shareholder? Would you like to add another shareholder? No. Those are the only two shareholders with the two directors, as I've outlined. So how many shares do you want to give each shareholder? Now you can do one share each, or you can do 50 shares each. It's completely up to you. I like to do 50 shares each because further down the line, let's say, I don't know, another shareholder wants to come in, they can then, split the kind of 50 shares between them. Whereas if you've got one share, you're going to have to go back and issue more shares for the company. It's just a bit more hassle, what I find. So I'm just going to put in 50 shares here and 50 shares here. Save and continue. How much is each share worth? Again, I've just put £1. You can put some people put 0.1, so as in pounds, so 1 pence. But just put £1 for the value. £1 here. You just make sure you're putting the right. So each director is a shareholder, which both own 50 shares at the value of £1 each. And now this talks about persons with significant control, shorthanded for PSCs. Now basically a PSC, a person with significant control, is defined as someone who, if you read these 3 bullet points here, if they own more than 25% of the company's shares or voting rights, they have a right to appoint or remove directors, the right to make decisions or influence decisions that affect the company. So in layman's terms, in simple terms, what I can say here is that if you have two directors with both owning 50% of the shareholders, they definitely come under this bracket of more than 25% of the company's shares. Therefore, they're going to be persons with significant control, both of them. If you've only got one person in the company, you're going to be the person with significant control. So let's press continue. Look, it's already kind of picked up that one of the directors is significant control. So this is a new feature actually from Companies House. So yes, they do. Next, do they have the right to remove? Yeah, yes, they do. And likely, and also with the second director, he does also. So save and continue. Check and confirm details of the persons in control of the company. Once you've checked that everything's correct here and you're happy with that all, then you just go ahead and click OK. I confirm the named persons are in control of Pays Limited. Information will be listed in public record. Save and continue. Do you agree to form the company? So this is the memorandum of association, is basically the certificate. So obviously there's a certificate of incorporation and memorandum, two very important bits of documents. So, yep, save and continue. Create electronic signatures for the persons. So here you'll need to enter various different details. Here I'm going to pause it just for kind of for the information I don't want to kind of disclose on here, but you just select here and first three letters of town of birth, maiden name. You only need to do 3 of those, and then press save and continue, and do the same for the other direction. Check and confirm all your answers. Once you've done so, click confirm and continue. This will then take you onto the next page, which is basically just more of your details to confirm and answer. Sometimes, a couple of pointers whilst this is loading. If you enter your password three times or more incorrectly, it will block you out from logging in. You'll need to wait 2 hours in order to then try again. If you've forgotten your password, just follow the instructions. Follow the instructions to reset your password. So this can be done on the Government Gateway website. So now look for details, confirm that details are correct, and confirm and send application. Now the next stage should be where it asks you to just make a £12 payment. All it costs is £12 to make to incorporate your company. You pay that to Companies House, and then they'll confirm with you via email with your certificate of incorporation and your memorandum of association, basically stating that it is fully set up. And that's it. So I'm going to go ahead and make the payment. The make the payment kind of website is kind of very self-explanatory in how you would make a payment to any kind of online store. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, and please do like and subscribe if you have enjoyed the video, if you found it useful, because that helps us make more of these videos to help you guys. And if you need a website, go to startsmarter.co.uk. And also, if you want some more tips and resources, then again, head down to startsmarter.co.uk. Thank you very much, and enjoy the other videos.